Hey sis, welcome to Bring It to Your Sister.
We're Lexi and Chastity, just two certified yappers that God knew would be unstoppable as sisters.
So he made us best friends instead.
Join us in this space to laugh, cry, vent, praise, and feel seen while we figure out motherhood, marriage, and womanhood by chasing grace and grit through homemaking, homesteading, faith, and everything in between.
Now pull up a seat and grab your favorite treat me drink because there's always room for one more sister. Hey sisters, we're so glad that you're back to have another yap session with us today. I'm glad that we get to be here together. I'm also glad she brought me some coffee. Yes, I'm always sipping on
Love
coffee.
coffee.
We got Eliano's today, and I much prefer them over Starbucks. I much prefer almost anything over Starbucks.
I got a caramel macchiato today with oat milk, and I usually do sugar free, but I felt like I needed the sugar
For
today.
sure. I got just
And I got a
an
large,
a large.
and they did not ask your size, and they just gave you a medium, and then I
Yeah.
felt bad.
No, it's okay. I said medium anyways.
Oh, okay.
I want a medium iced coffee
Yeah, they were very
with
confused, and then they asked me to elaborate, and I was like,
What do
"This
you
isn't
mean?
my order."
Bro, they're never confused when I go there.
They're like, "You want an iced coffee, not a latte?" And I was like,
Yeah.
I said, "This isn't my order."
I said what I said. I
Yeah.
want an iced coffee because the lattes are more expensive, number one. And
Mhm.
I don't know the difference of making coffees, even though I would love to open up a coffee shop one day. But I don't
Mhm.
know the difference of how the coffees are made. But a latte is more expensive than just a regular iced coffee.
I prefer lattes because they're creamier, they're thicker. I like a thick coffee.
I mean, yeah, but with the
Um,
sweet foam, it's pretty thick.
I'm pretty sure iced coffees is like a cold brew,
Mm,
just a coffee.
yeah,
But with
with your flavors.
lattes or
Hmm.
macchiatos, that's all I know 'cause that's all I order. It's espresso.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're getting espresso versus drip coffee.
I'm a little dumb. I need an espresso.
Yes, you
Okay.
do. I
But
yeah.
they're just more expensive. I'm
Yeah, they
probably still
are.
gonna stick with iced
They
coffee because
are.
I'm so cheap.
I like iced coffee. It's just that they're thinner to me.
Yeah,
Like, the
that makes
taste isn't
sense.
that much different. They're just
Mhm.
it's
Dinner.
it
So today we're gonna talk about what we've learned in our marriage.
yes, 10
Remind us,
things.
how long have you been married? Is the mathin'?
I think 7 years.
7 years?
We've been together almost 11 years. So 7 years. We've been married 7 years in
Mhm.
October.
October. Josh and I just had our anniversary for our wedding. It was in June,
A June wedding.
early June. Girl, why did I do
I mean,
that? Listen, I wanted fall time, but
I
then I
wasn't
got a
gonna
little
judge you.
impatient and
A
it
June
just
wedding.
June wedding.
Yeah.
Not at the plaza or
So
anything.
glad we weren't friends
It was
then.
at a park.
Yeah, outside
Outside. In
in
Georgia.
the heat.
Middle Georgia.
Gnats.
Yes.
That's when Bree was your friend.
Yeah,
That was
for sure. She was my
that was
matron of honor,
her.
actually.
Yes, that was
She
her.
should have told me. You know what? That's on her. She she should have been a good friend and told me. This ain't I feel like
It's
she
gonna be
probably
hot.
I feel like she probably did, if
She
we're
was
being
probably
honest.
sweating.
She was way too honest. So she probably is brutally honest.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
have that in common.
Yeah.
Yep.
You say it with love, though. She was just like, "This is what I feel. You could take it or leave it."
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep. She stood on business.
for sure.
Didn't
But that
care.
was early June, 13 years ago. Yeah, we were babies.
Do you want to say how he proposed? I
Joshua?
don't think
Yeah. We've never talked about that. He actually asked Bree if
Oh,
he could propose that
how
weekend.
cute
She said no.
of her wedding.
I
That
mean, it is
tracks.
fair. Like, that is
That
your
ain't. You get one day. It's not that big of a deal. Now, like he was like, "Can I propose to her at your wedding?"
in the
Okay.
middle of your ceremony, can I?
Okay, fair. Oh,
I think you wanted to do it at the
but
reception or something. So
just
honestly, that's fair for
throw
her.
the
I think that's
like
kind of what he wanted to do was like fake throw it
that's
and then
cute.
like hand it to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
but she didn't want, that's her day. But
That's her
either
wedding.
way, that was his OG plan. But then she said no. So then he was like, yeah, okay. She thought he wasn't my type. And that's fair compared to other people that I dated when I was a child. He was the opposite. He's like a
He
nerdy
was a
and
grown up.
fair.
He
He
was
was
just
like,
a good guy. He was a
he was a
good grown
very
up. He was
good,
a man.
yes, yeah. He
Dang.
wasn't a he wasn't a douche or
Not
anything.
your. You know what? Let me be quiet. Let's not even talk about her type.
Oh, no.
Bree, bye.
Bye, girl.
You could have been nicer. I'm gonna call you out on this one.
You are her sister, so as
Yeah.
you should, you know?
Yeah.
Um, how he actually proposed was the day before our 1-year anniversary in August. We went to Atlanta. He had gotten a job at Grady, and he was doing onboarding stuff like drug test and background check and all that, so he had to go to Atlanta to do all of that. I went with him. That was when I started my teaching degree way back in the day and never finished. I left school that day and we went straight to Atlanta. I remember he was kind of fidgety the whole ride, but I didn't think anything of it. When we got to the hotel, the ladies at the front were just over the top nice, so nice. I was like, "Oh, I'm being kinda weird, okay." We get
What are
into
you
the
being so
room.
nice for?
I know, like, this is customer service, that's great, but, like,
This is
this
customer
is
service.
we walk into the room and there's a big bouquet of flowers, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh my gosh, there's flowers in here." He was like, "Is there
Did
a
you have
card
any
on it?"
idea? Did you have any, like,
None,
any idea?
none.
None?
Our relationship went kinda fast, or I tried to push it a little bit faster because I was just
He was
so
in
in love.
love.
Yeah, and so I
Yeah.
really thought Valentine's Day was gonna be that day,
Oh,
like, we'd only been dating for a few months,
oh,
really, but we had already talked, like, I'd already picked out a ring before Christmas of that year. So I thought Christmas was gonna be it, I thought Valentine's Day was gonna be it, and
oh,
eventually I was like, "Well,
never
yeah, he's
mind.
never gonna," whatever. Yeah, I didn't think anything of it when I saw the big bouquet of flowers, I walked over to it, smelled them, saw a card,
Like,
picked it
"Oh, what a
up.
nice gesture."
Yeah, and I still have the card somewhere, I'm sure there's a picture of it, but basically the card was how much he loves me,
Oh,
and then it said, "Turn around" at the end.
told me to turn around
My
for.
back was to him,
Mm.
so when I turned around, he was on one knee
Oh,
with the ring. I know, and I'm like, "What would you have done if I
I'd have said,
hadn't
"I'm
have been
not
if I
ready
was
yet."
facing you?
Oh, yeah,
What
like,
would you have done?" Oh,
no.
it was great, though. So that is how he proposed to me. It was very sweet. We went to the zoo and the aquarium, and we
Okay.
got a city pass. We did all the
I didn't
things.
put that together.
If we were to go back anywhere, like go back to celebrate anything, my mom for our honeymoon bought us a room at I don't remember the name of it, but it's in Plains, Georgia, where Jimmy Carter is from.
Okay.
It's a little bed and breakfast. It has
Aw.
themed rooms. I love vintage. She got us a 1920s themed room.
Oh, I love that.
And that was our honeymoon. We got to stay there one night.
I wanna go to a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, I want to go back.
I wanna, but
What about you and Coda? How did he propose?
he can hear it already.
Here it goes.
He's like,
Great. I'm
"Here we
done with this
go."
podcast.
He didn't propose.
Coda.
I'm still waiting.
Uh-uh.
So apparently there's a little bit of a debate on his version of the story and
Of
mine.
course.
Either way, he did not get down on one knee and
Coda.
actually propose.
Uh-uh.
I'm still waiting. He's gonna remarry me.
For sure he is.
I
Did
know you
y'all
don't do weddings, but
Yeah.
you're gonna take my re-weddings.
Yeah.
I
Did
don't.
y'all have a wedding?
We had a wedding.
Okay.
I was 17.
Oh my god.
And I had
Talk
just
about
finished school.
babies.
We were still babies for
Uh-huh.
sure. And I had finished school online. Basically, after the first semester of my senior year, all of my friends were his friends. They graduated the year before, and I was like, I'm not doing this year no more. I want to go to work. You're wasting my time being in school. It was
Right.
just electives. I finished my second semester online. The day that I finished was in February. So I only went from December to February.
Mhm.
And I got home after that. We already lived together at this point. We lived with his grandparents. We were just chatting, and I was like, "You're not ever gonna marry me. You're not ever gonna marry me." And he was like, "Yes, I will. I'll marry you tomorrow. I'll marry you on Monday." It may have been like Friday or something, but he was like, "We can go to the courthouse tomorrow, and I'll marry you." And I was like,
Uh-huh.
"No, you won't. You're just kidding." He
Uh-huh.
was like, "No, I'm serious. I really will." And I said, "I'll be back." I went and rode around. I left. I left.
You got
I
cold
said,
feet
"Yeah."
immediately?
I
Wait,
said, "I'm just
I thought
gonna.
you were
I'm gonna
joking.
think." We'd already been living together probably a year at this point, like at his
Yeah.
grandparents. We'd been dating for 4 years,
Uh-huh.
and I
Uh-huh.
just left. I went and rode around the whole time. I was just trying to think of reasons not to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thought you were kidding.
I'm gonna try to think of every reason to not get married because we were young. I couldn't come up with one. I couldn't come up with a single reason why
Mhm.
we shouldn't get married. I was like, all right,
That's
we're getting
fair.
married.
Yeah.
I think I went and talked to his stepmom and told her, love my in-laws, but she was all for it. So I was like, okay, well, you didn't give me a reason to not get married.
Right.
But then I called my mom and I told her. At this time, we were still planning on going to the courthouse and just doing it real quick and getting married. She was like, well, yeah, I was 17, so she'd had to sign papers.
Mhm.
I was like, will you sign the papers so that we can get married on Monday? She was already coming down for the weekend. It just happened to work out. She was like, yeah, like I'll sign them. Why? What's the rush?
She signed up. My mom would
She
have never.
immediately was like, "Are you pregnant?"
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that.
I mean,
She was
that's
trying to not say
fair.
it. She was like, "What? That's the rush. We just want to do it." And I was like, "I'm not pregnant.
Right.
All right,
Let
I'm
me
not
make that
pregnant.
clear right now.
We just want to get married."
Yeah.
And she was like, well, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And I finally went back. This was probably hours later. I finally circled back home to him. So, you still want to get married?
Now that I've been gone for hours, you
Yeah.
scared me.
Yeah. You really want to get married for real? He was like, yeah. We went and told his grandparents. They were all for it. His family loved his family. His family's
Yeah.
great. He's got a great family. They were all for it. But Nana said, y'all need to go ahead and have a wedding because if you don't, then you're never going to have one.
Mhm.
Might as well go ahead and do it because that's what we did. We said we'd have a wedding and we didn't.
Mhm.
And this, that, and
I
the
talked to
third.
so many people like that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And she was like, so just go ahead and do it. So we did. That was the only reason I was 18 when we got married. I think I planned our whole wedding or paid for it with less than 5,000, I'd say. Or
Wow.
right at 5,000.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. My dress was 1,000,
Yeah.
and I'd say probably under
Yeah.
under 5
I love that.
for everything else.
Ours was low budget too. I feel bad I didn't even mention because you're talking about being so young that Josh is older than me. He's 7 years older than me. He's
Oh,
40. We actually met when I was 16. Yep.
whoops.
Oopsies. Him and my mom worked together.
Mhm.
And
How'd your mom feel about that?
okay, so that's coming up. She would tell me no, but then at work, she would jokingly be like, "Josh, when are you going to marry my daughter?" So they worked
She
together.
liked him enough to be okay with it.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. My dad probably struggled with it more, but let me go back. We were at the hospital. My mom is an EMT. Basically, my mom was working with Josh, and we were test driving cars. My mom wanted a new car, or my dad wanted her to have a new car. I'm not really sure. Somebody was getting a new car, and we were test driving it. And we went to the hospital. I guess my dad wanted to meet Joshua since my mom was working with him. So he came out. He's walking across the parking lot, has the biggest, most beautiful smile I've ever
He does have a
seen
really
in my
pretty
life.
smile.
Yes.
He's got teeth like Augie.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
like perfect.
this them little veneers.
Veneers,
But they're
yes.
not.
Right. He comes over, he introduces himself to my dad, and he shakes my hand, and
Oh!
you would have thought I was fangirling. Oh my
That was
gosh.
but wasn't that such a fun I remember
Yeah,
times
the
like that. It's
feeling
just
like
such a
that, you
fun
just it's like a little
it's
zing,
just
like a
yes.
yeah, and he walked away. He was barely out of earshot when I looked at both of my parents and said, "I'm gonna marry him one day." They're like, "No, you're
You should
not."
have bet him.
I would ask about him all the time. My cousin, because he was a fireman, he knew Joshua too. My cousin would pick on me about it all the time because he knew I had a crush on Joshua. And I mean, this is after one time meeting the guy, period. And I was like, I'm gonna marry him for sure. He didn't speak 2 words to me, but I was like, that's the one.
That's it.
I don't know why.
God.
It has to be,
That's
period. It has to be. My mom would ask him every now and then, "When are you gonna marry my daughter?" He's like, "I'm not going to jail. That is not worth it."
James at James.
Yes.
I'm not gonna marry her.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
Joshua felt like how James feels right
Yes.
now.
We're trying our best to get James and
An
Jensen
arranged
to
marriage. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's fine.
it's gonna work out. James is not for it, but
Jensen,
Jensen's here for it. I
she
love
wants to
that.
I always knew I wanted to be a mom and a wife, but I don't ever
Mhm.
remember dreaming about my wedding or being like, I want to get married. I was the exact opposite until I met Coda, and then it was
Mhm.
just like, for us women,
It's instantaneous, yeah.
yeah, no, we were young.
Y
We started with it, to be honest. We started messaging. It was probably like a month before we actually met, but once we actually met, I didn't say I'm gonna marry him, but I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I like him.
Oh, I knew I wanted to marry
That's it.
Josh.
There was that click.
Yeah.
Well, I just wouldn't shut up. Believe it or not, once upon a time, I'd shut up a lot. I was kind of shy.
Right.
But when we met, I just talked the whole time.
Yeah.
Just
Me too.
motor mouth, just blah 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 blah. I don't
Yeah.
think I quit talking the whole time.
Never.
You just listen.
Yes.
Now
The
thinking
same.
back, he probably wished I'd have just
Shut the hell up. I remember telling all of my friends about Joshua. I mean, it was weird, but I just knew. I was obsessed with it. I knew nothing about the man. I saw him the one time. I loved Joshua before I
Obviously, I
even
did
knew him. I
not.
was just infatuated, but I
Yeah.
don't know what it was. I couldn't stop telling my friends about him. And I'm like, I promise you I'm gonna marry him. And my friends will be like, You're not even like dated. He's a grown man. I'm
Did
like,
you date
Yeah.
anybody in between?
I did.
Okay. How long did it take?
We met when I was 16, and then the night that I graduated, let me replay my parents' trauma for you. The
They
night
said,
that I graduated, I was actually dating somebody. It went wrong because God didn't need it to
yes.
be right. So the night that I graduated, in the middle of the night, I was tired of being treated like a child. I was so
I tell everybody,
oppressed
don't
in
move
my
out.
household. I moved out in the middle of the night after my wonderful family threw me a huge party, and I got all the gifts and the money and the great life, and I decided to move out. And that was a summer for sure.
That was a summer.
And in August, I came back. It was not a good relationship. It was traumatizing. At one point, I said, "You know what? You're taking me home." Not even a week later, I had Joshua's number, mostly because I bugged my mom about it.
I'm of age now.
Matter of fact, I found out the other day that my mom said, "You're taking her number because she's getting on my nerves." Me and my friend were legit sitting outside with her, and we were like, "Okay, so 478 what? What's this number? 478 what? What's the number? What's the
Can
number,
you
mom?
imagine? Like
What's the
now that
number?"
you're a mom, like
Oh
just
my
picturing that,
god, yes.
being
I
like,
would be like,
"Please, you aren't getting his number."
yes, yes. I guess she eventually told him, like, I'm giving
I
her your
can't take
number.
it.
She won't shut up.
I'd love to know what he thought about that
I
conversation.
I would too.
But I mean, you must have been,
Had something.
yeah, something.
Yeah, it was right after I turned 18. Went bowling with people from mom's job, and he was there.
Oh,
And I was dating said toxic person at the time, but I was flirting
He
it
didn't.
up.
Yep.
I was flirting it up. I was
As
like,
you
"Oh
should
my
have.
god, my man is here. Say less. I have a boyfriend." Said who?
Where?
Where?
I don't see
He
him.
ain't here. Well, there was one time where it ended up we were on lanes beside each other, and we got to go at the same time. He had been drinking, as he should, because he was an adult and I was not. But but we bowled at the same time, and I don't remember what I don't think he really said anything, but he was like, "Oh, yeah," and then we high-fived, and I was like, "This is it." Really, it wasn't it, because I still moved out with Wes's nuts, but I was, like, fangirling all over again. I'm like, "Why am I obsessed with this dude?" It had to be natural connection. He's for sure not gonna say the same thing, but that was in March. By August, we were together. Yeah, never looked back.
But he's romantic. The one time he was supposed to be romantic, he did not
Right.
romance it up. But
Oh, see,
he's done
Joshua's not
very good.
romantic, and he did romance at the
Yeah,
proposal. So, you know?
yeah. It works out.
Yeah.
We've been married almost
Coda.
7 years, and he still has not. I've said at our 10-year wedding
Yeah.
anniversary, I wanted to do a vow renewal.
Mhm.
Be a milk.
Yeah, I said the
Okay,
same
I can
thing,
say
but
that
I
nicer. I
clearly
want
did
to
not
be
do that.
cuter.
I
That's
wanna
all.
do a vow renewal as well.
Communicated it.
Yeah.
I want to do a vow renewal,
Good.
but I want you to propose.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you communicated
So I
that
communicate what I want.
and didn't have a silent
Just see.
expectation.
Yeah, no.
Well, do you feel like you're your own person in your marriage? It's
Yes.
okay to be your own person. I think that's what I've always loved about Josh and I's relationship. I never really thought about it until one day it just kind of hit me that I am given the space to be me, to be my own person, to have hobbies and friends outside
Oh yeah.
of our marriage.
Yes. Not only do I think that I can be my own person, but I think it's important to be your own person when you're
Right.
married.
Yeah. And
But
this
we were
is
like that when we
no,
were dating too. I think if
yeah.
I'm not saying you can't work on it or become your own individual people if
Mhm.
you've found yourself in that rut of, for the lack of better words, stuck up each other's butts
Right.
about
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
can't go do anything.
Mhm.
I think you can definitely work on it. I think it's important to be your own
It
person.
is.
We were like that even when we were dating. So I think that is a good thing to look out for when you are dating.
Yes.
If you're not your own person, if you
Mhm.
can't be separate and your own individual person while you're dating, it's going to
Mhm.
be a lot harder to become that when you're married.
Right. Yep.
And it is so important.
Yes. And
So
this is no
important.
offense to my parents, but I watched my mom I watched my mom not be her own person for a really long time. And you don't realize it until it hit me in my own marriage that he's really given me the space, and probably just unknowingly, he's really given me the space to find out who I am because we did get married so young. And my mom got married really young. My mom had me when she was 17. It wasn't long after that her and my dad got together and got married. It probably felt like she couldn't be her own because she was a teenage
Oh
mom and now
yeah.
she's a wife.
Well, she
And
probably
so
just
it just
didn't probably didn't
went
even
on the
know
back
who she
burner.
was at that
Back
point.
burner. Yeah. Back
Oh
burner.
yeah.
Yeah. Probably didn't.
Because like
Sometimes I feel like she still might not
yeah,
because she
well
spent
she
so
probably
long not
doesn't.
knowing, and it
I
is easy to
was
lose yourself
oh
in
yeah.
the role of being a mom and a wife.
Yeah. And you don't really know where to start with finding out who you are.
Yeah.
I think I'm still on that journey, to be honest. I think I can be my own individual person. I don't
Mhm.
quite know who that person is yet, though.
That's the other thing. I have had a therapist ask me, "Who is Chastity outside of these roles?" And I broke down.
I don't expect him to define who I am.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I can't answer those questions for you
Mhm.
right now,
Mhm.
but it's not in a bad way. I feel like a lot of times it's talked about negatively. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
just a mom or I'm just a
Yes.
wife or blah blah. That is who I am right now,
Mhm.
but that's who I want to be,
Yeah.
and I enjoy that role so much.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that's what I enjoy. That is who I
It's
am,
not. Yeah.
and I do like that.
Because those are the
But
most important
yeah,
roles in your life.
yeah, but I think it's important to be able to go and enjoy life, not to depend on your
Mhm.
husband or
Mm.
your kids for
Your
enjoyment of life.
happiness. Mhm.
You've got to find what makes you happy and your individuality.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's very important.
Use that all
You
the
can't
time.
be together 24/7,
Yeah.
and you are together a lot. You live
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
but like we don't even talk when he's at work. To be honest, most of the time, like
No, same.
we might,
We talk,
but
like, probably once a day while Josh is
yeah,
gone.
and not saying it's bad to talk all day long, but if you talk all day long on the phone,
Mhm.
what are you gonna talk about when you get home?
Right.
Also,
It's not like us. We always have something to talk
yeah,
about, you know? Somehow it's different with your husband.
it
I don't
is.
know why.
I think their social media is drained by them days. I guess it's just women too. We want to talk.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's women that don't, but
Yeah.
for us, we like to talk.
I like to be
I don't
yapping.
run out of things to talk about.
I'm not gonna talk about my feelings, but
We're working on
but
it. We're working on it.
I like to tell Josh about my day. Now, mind you, after coming home, working with preschoolers all day, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do just wanna take a little nap.
I think that's understandable, but
Mhm.
because you're your own person, when he comes
Mhm.
home and
Yeah.
he's tired and he doesn't wanna talk, you're not taking it
Personally, not all the time, sometimes
you wanna talk to
y
him.
yeah, 'cause,
But
"Hey,
you
you've
can
been gone
also
for
be like,
5.5 days."
you me and Coda haven't been apart for that long,
Oh
like,
gosh, yeah.
maybe a couple times in our whole
Mhm.
relationship. I wouldn't know what to do, I'd be lost. I'd
Might
sense
find
like,
yourself a little bit.
oh, I don't know how to be alone.
No.
No, I've never been alone.
To be fair, I have any I mean, I have, but security-wise, like, I
That is
went
my
straight from
security
my
blanket
parents
for
to
sure. Yeah.
I mean, I guess yeah.
I went from living with an adult, living with Coda. I've never really had much alone time. I don't know what the heck to do with it.
God, it's you should try it. I
I've
know,
had a
I know
couple
it's scary for
times.
you.
I think
Go to the
I'm
movies by
learning.
yourself.
Oh,
My mom can't do
no.
it either. She tells me all the I
No.
don't know, "You just go eat by yourself all the time." Yeah.
I can do some stuff myself, and yeah, like, I can go to the stores, I can do stuff
Yeah.
like that, and I enjoy it, but at night, somebody better be in my bed.
Yeah.
If it ain't him, it's gonna be one of the
One of the
kids.
kids.
Even before them, it was the dogs.
That's fair. I turn the TV on, but
It's something.
I do quite love sleeping in the bed by myself.
I'm still discovering myself, but I'm comfortable, and I like where I'm at,
You're also only
you
24.
know? Yeah, my frontal lobe's not even
Right.
developed. What do you mean?
Right.
What do you mean, do I know who I am?
Right. Yeah.
Don't know who I am, but I'm trying to raise 3 other ones.
Right.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah,
See,
and you'll
that
find
sounds
yourself in
illegal.
that.
What's an argument look like for y'all?
Oh.
I know you said it's a little more elevated or can be a little more
It can be.
elevated.
It's far and few between, but it can be a little bit more, and again, we're not crazy. I shut down if I
Mhm.
feel judged. Okay, let's look at the other night, for example. I was excitedly telling a story, trying to tell him about a movie plot, and in the middle of it, he shut me down, and I kept trying to go because I was so excited about it. He looked at me, and to me, it felt like he looked at me and was like, "That's enough." So it almost felt like I'm a child who's a little bit too
Mhm.
excited, and dad's, like, shutting it down.
Which probably stems from your inner child. Yes.
I don't wanna get in that conversation. Yeah,
But you can see the
so
correlation,
yes,
and that's
and
yeah.
so for me, it felt like I was judged, and it felt like he didn't want me to talk to him,
Mhm.
even though he told it was because the plot of the movie was depressing him. It was hard for him to hear. He was like, "It's just depressing me," and I was like, "You don't want me to talk? You don't wanna hear me talk? You don't wanna see me get excited about things, and you think I'm too much," and
We were
I
talking about that.
internalize it so much as you hate me, and you hate everything about me, and you don't ever want me to talk again.
I don't know what that
And it
is.
makes no sense because
Mhm.
he but for me, it felt like he looked at me and said, "Shut up." And I don't know why, and I don't know how to explain it without sounding too much or being too emotional. I've always been a very emotional person.
I think a lot of that, that narrative, it comes from either your childhood, that was kinda what you were told.
Yeah.
'Cause I have the same one. I don't really know why. I don't know what it's called. Yes, I think that narrative, you just hate me, or you just want me to be quiet.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it does come from your inner child, and I've realized in our marriage is
Mhm.
that a lot of times he will heal my inner child, but I've gotta
Mhm.
communicate,
Right, that's
communicate
the hard part, for me at
communicate
least,
with
yeah.
yeah. There's been times where I'll do something, he's like, "Oh, that's cool." I remember when I was sharing a story about when I was a kid, I cut up a bunch of our childhood pictures, and I put them in a photo album,
Mm.
and I did this while my mom was taking a nap then, and then I got bored, so I cut up all of our childhood pictures, and now as a mom, like, I can see, like, oh, like,
That
I
hurt.
imagine that
Mhm,
did her
yeah.
feelings. She was upset about it
Mhm.
as a kid. I just did this cool
You just
project,
yes, made
something
art in your head,
yes, so it was
and
not a
she
big moment in childhood,
mhm.
but then I was telling him about it, and he was like, "Well, I think that would have been really cool to have had when I was 80 years old." And I was like, "I think little kid me needed to hear that."
Yeah.
I definitely think we probably picked that up in childhood or somewhere along the line,
Mhm.
and now it's just kinda your subconscious.
Yeah. So I
And
guess we've learned that it's important to tell the difference between the 2
not
of
only determining which is which, like, did they
mhm.
really say that?
Right, what did they
What did they
really
really
say?
say? Because most it's just surface level. It's
Right.
not that serious.
Yes, because they don't think like that,
No,
and they're not being
they're
malicious.
but communicating that, and I think a good way to kind of fix that narrative, you can change any narrative.
Yeah,
You can change any inner narrative you have if you try hard.
yeah.
You just gotta keep rewriting it. Every time you have that inner narrative, be like,
That's not true.
"No."
Sometimes you do have to
Oh,
tell
I gaslight
yourself,
myself
"That
for
is
sure.
not true."
I'm pretty sure lately he's been talking about that inner narrative
Mm,
when it's negative. A lot of times it's the devil trying to
yeah.
get you.
Mm,
1000% I agree. So I've
mhm,
just basically detached myself from it.
mm.
That negative inner narrative, it's not you.
It's the
It's the
enemy.
devil, it's the
Yeah,
enemy, he's been talking about lately, just saying, "Shut up, devil," and most preachers
literally.
won't say that, so
Yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah,
no,
you're not wrong, but
you're not.
yeah, absolutely,"
Well, I
and
will
it works.
all the time say, "You are not allowed in here, in
Mhm.
my home, in my head."
Yeah.
near my child,
Yep,
you're not allowed
that's what
here.
you have to rewrite that inner narrative.
Mhm.
With them rewriting it, I think looks a lot like maybe not in the moment because sometimes they are frustrated or they're doing something, so
Yeah,
they don't wanna be like, "Well, that's not what I really said." I don't wanna tell you the sweet version of course I didn't say I hate you." They're like,
right.
"That's not what I said.
Yes, yes,
That's
and
not
then
what I said."
yes, but then you're like, "Yeah, yes, it is."
Well,
That's what segues into an argument.
or for me, we won't argue, so if he's like, "That's not what I said," and it sounds grumpy,
Mm.
I just internalize it and I'm like, "Oh, that is what he said. He really does hate me. Imma go about my
And then you
business."
just walk
And then I
away.
just yeah, and then we just
Yeah,
walk away.
yeah.
But I've learned if later when we're not in a moment, coming back and being like, "Earlier, it hurt my feelings when you said it like this."
Yeah.
And I think Cudder's just gotten really smart with it. Because even if he did mean it like that, I'll be like, "It made me feel this way when you said this. You didn't really mean it like that, though. I think you really meant it like this."
Right.
Right? And he's like, "Yeah, of course, baby. I would
Oh,
never tell you I hate you." He's just gotten real good at sweet talking.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
what? I
Mhm.
love that.
I love that you can
Rewrote the
walk
narrative.
away. Yeah, I love that you can walk away and just talk about it later.
He won't argue, and I don't like to argue. It's
Okay.
scary. I'm so scared that if we argue, he's gonna leave.
He's
It just
not,
he's not.
realistically. We'll argue. Yeah, I
Nope.
get it. Yeah.
Not arguing. A lot of people say, like, it's good for your kids to see you
It is, and then
and
it's more
yeah,
important for them to see the
resolution.
res
You've gotta have a healthy balance for
yeah.
sure.
One thing that I have learned, I just haven't put it into play, is not having the last word.
Yeah.
I have to have the last
I'm
word.
terrible at saying I'm sorry, but I don't need the last not intentionally, but I feel
Mhm.
like he's usually the one that has the last word.
Oh, I will
I'm like
hop in a room
I'm
and
like, "I need to
another
be
thing.
quiet." Yeah. No, I'm like, "Just be quiet
Yeah.
because it's gonna go farther."
That's how arguments are, pretty much. You asked, that's how
Mhm.
arguments are, is I think I have to have the last word,
"Oh, yeah, no,
and I'll get a word, and it'll be the last word, and then I still walk into the room. Let me tell you this
yeah."
one too. It
Like, once
is
you get
better than it's not better, but I used to shut down
and not say
altogether
anything.
and not communicate at
Yeah.
all. I used to not say, "Hey, what you did made
Mhm.
me feel this way." I used to just shut down
Yeah.
completely. I'm not sure which one makes me more mad, me shutting down completely or me expressing how I feel.
You're just passionate
I
about
am very passionate about a lot.
that's all. You're just passionate about what you gotta say.
Yeah.
Now it's just learning not in the moment.
Mhm.
Not in the moment. I've had friends that, like, we would go off and this was in high school. I can't imagine being this chained to somebody in high school. I
Mm-mm.
mean, we were girl,
Yeah.
we were chained up, but
Was
I've always
still so
been very
fresh.
into but I remember going prom dress shopping. Well, one of my friends and she was dating this guy and, like, constantly blowing up her phone at that
Red
point.
flag, yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very toxic. But I feel like that's a lot of pressure. You can't put your happiness on somebody else, no
That's one thing
matter
that I've learned too.
'cause
My happiness should not
yeah,
depend on
no,
him.
because
Mm-mm.
they can't. That's a lot to put
Put on him.
and eventually they're gonna fail.
Yep. Then you're gonna be
And
mad about it, and then
yeah,
you're gonna want him to make you happy
yeah,
again. You're gonna need him to make up for it.
and it's not their job. You gotta be able to find happiness somewhere else,
Mhm.
for sure. Picking the battles you were talking about in the moment,
Yes.
not being able to just walk away. You hear a lot of people being like, "Don't go to bed mad," or don't walk away from each other." But sometimes you
Right.
need a minute, and I think it's
Yes.
okay. It's okay to be like, "This is not the time. This is not gonna become beneficial for
Mhm.
either one of us to talk about it right now. We can come back to it."
Right.
I feel like a lot of times with us, which really we just be living. We bicker
Yeah.
about silly stuff, but if we have a conflict, it looks like, hey, it's just a talk. Like
Yeah.
we don't let it build up to the point where it's not a talk.
Where it blows
Because if
up.
yeah, but that has only happened within the last, I'd say, 2
Mm.
years. I feel like his willing to communicate because he won't argue, but he wasn't always willing to hear what I had to say
Oh,
either.
yeah.
So his ability to see my side because he wasn't wrong a lot of times, he's just very logical. It goes back to the way they think versus the way we think.
Mhm.
We've talked about it. He wouldn't take into consideration because it wasn't what he said. Me
Oh, you
taking it
internalize it.
that negative internal way of
Mhm.
false reality just because it made me feel bad because he didn't say it like
Mhm.
that, I was wrong. Does that make
Yep.
sense?
Yep. Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I feel that.
I don't feel like I put that in good wording, but because he wasn't wrong and you can't argue, he didn't say it. He didn't say,
Right,
"I
he
hate
didn't
you and
say
I don't
that.
wanna do that." He
Mhm.
just said, "No, I don't wanna go to
But
the
because
park today."
right.
'Cause I took it and my feelings
Yes.
were still hurt,
Yes.
and that's what I would be like, "Well, it still hurt my feelings." He's like, "Well,
It shouldn't.
it shouldn't have hurt your
Yes,
feelings. I
yes.
wasn't trying to hurt you, like,
Mhm,
but
and
it
it goes
still
back to being
did."
too much, like,
Yeah, and I think just over the last
being
couple
too
years, like,
emotional.
he's been more willing to be stand that hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it that way,
Mhm,
like, blah, blah.
mm.
Still acknowledging that, like, my feelings were hurt,
Yes.
and I think that has done a lot for our relationship
Mhm.
because ultimately you just wanna feel seen. I don't even need you to say, "I'm sorry that I hurt
Right.
you." I don't need to hear you say, "I'm sorry I hurt your
Mhm.
feelings." A child.
Right.
But I just would like for you to not do it again and to
Yes.
just see where I'm coming from with
Mhm.
it.
and not automatically
Yeah.
assume I'm being crazy or
Yeah.
overdramatic.
Yeah.
That's a hard part in ours too. He told me not too long ago, "I can't help the way that you perceive things." And
And,
I
like,
shot back real
fair.
fast, "Neither can I."
Yeah.
I'm trying really
Mhm.
hard not to perceive things that way, but there comes a point where I also cannot help it,
Right.
you know?
And you've got 2 very different perspectives,
Mhm.
both of you, no matter who you are. Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna have 2 perspectives
yeah.
for sure.
He can't help the way I perceive things, but neither can I. I don't do it on that's what I
Um,
told him. I don't do it on purpose.
no, and I think a lot of times we just gotta slow down. Me and Coda were
Mm.
talking about that the other day. I probably should have told somebody that my husband's name's Coda. I did.
I keep saying Joshua
Yeah,
too, so I don't
but yeah, my husband's
they'll
name's
figure it out.
Coda.
Yes,
Um,
and we love him.
yes, yes, we do. I say everybody. I wish everybody had a Coda.
Yeah, he is a good one.
He is a very good one. I can't complain and wouldn't want to go nowhere else.
Right.
Now let me tell you how
We
we
just
can't
need a
how we
proposal.
used to not. Yeah, we just
Is this
this
thing
thing
on?
on. I'm expecting a proposal to remarry you at our
What?
10-year anniversary,
Yeah,
wedding anniversary. You got 3
3
years.
years, buddy.
All right. All right. It was
Just
on the
kidding.
record. If you didn't listen to this, that's your
That's
fault.
on
I
you.
put it out.
That's on you.
I put it out in the whole
I can't
world.
help that you didn't hear
Put it out for the whole world.
it.
If you didn't hear it and somebody didn't tell you, that's on
That's
you.
on you,
You better
buddy.
be upset with them. But no, I think just a big part of being able to change that negative perspective is communicating with them and
Mhm.
communicating at the right time.
Yeah,
It's okay to say, we're gonna walk away. We can revisit it. Or, yeah.
that's fair.
I'm like, all right, well, we
Here
gotta
comes
talk
Coda
about
with the
it then.
wisdom.
Oh, he's so wise. It
Yeah,
makes me sick.
I know.
Sick. He's so logical and smart and
I
level
know.
headed.
Even being around him, I'm whatever, 8 years older than y'all.
Oh, I told him the other day, I was listening to you talk about how to fix something or how something works.
Mhm.
And I was like, you're just so smart. I don't feel like I'm that smart about
Right,
anything. I
yeah.
talk about stuff a lot.
Yeah,
Obviously, here we
here
are.
we are.
But I don't feel like I talk. He said, I'm not as smart as I sound. I said, okay, could have
Okay,
fooled
whatever,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. We used to say that my biggest complaint was how great he is.
Yeah,
Ain't wrong.
yeah,
He won't argue with me. What am
honestly.
I gonna
You
do?
make me look bad sometimes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what we say. I'm like, "You're making it look crappy over here." Something. I think also acknowledging that they're kinda right. We don't wanna hear that, but they're kinda
Here
right.
comes
It's
that
not
tough love.
the
They are.
yeah, they're kinda right. It's not their fault we heard it that way.
Right, and it's not.
That's an us problem, and I think
Mhm.
as long as you're actively working on it, it's okay to still have that problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't help that you have that problem
Right.
either.
Try hard not
Yeah,
to.
yeah, I get it, but it's acknowledging that, like, we're doing our best
We're
over
not
here.
perfect.
So, like, when we ask for clarification, say, I think a lot of it's about the way you word it,
Mhm.
when you word it, and how you.
That
Do you have a method behind how you pick your battles?
it's funny of you to assume that I do pick my battles. I don't know.
Okay.
Just because they are so far and few between now,
Yeah.
like,
You
I
picking
think
them.
yeah,
They're so
right.
far and few between that you're like, "We gonna have it."
Imma pick it. We ain't fought in 6
Okay.
months. I'm
Yeah,
picking it. No. Also, here's another thing that I've learned is, and it kinda tracks, and this is gonna sound crazy. Apparently, people with ADHD, they need the dopamine hit, will start an argument on purpose. I kinda
would starting an argument over something that's gonna lead to something funner work for you?
what do you mean? Right?
Instead of picking an argument that's gonna lead to a fight, pick an argument that's gonna lead to love.
No, I've never thought about that.
I just thought I mean, I just came up with that on the spot,
Give it a
okay?
shot.
I'm just spitballing ideas
Yeah, yeah,
here,
yeah.
but maybe 'cause you can't help what your body needs.
Mhm.
You're gonna have that need no matter what. No
Uh-huh.
matter what work you put in to not having arguments,
Mhm.
you're always gonna need that dopamine hit.
Yeah.
So, find a way to get the dopamine hit
Right.
just with a better maybe y'all pick a fight that leads to or a hug with benefits.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that looks like. Maybe try that. See if there's something you could argue about, and let him know this. And
Hey, I'm about to
so
start an argument with you, buddy.
no, just a random Tuesday. Be like, so I've discovered he's at work like, oh dear God, here we
Here
go.
we go.
Don't be giving that woman advice. You don't know what you're doing. I like to hit him with random questions, random, conversation. If y'all hear little grunts, there's a baby.
So it would almost be like I've seen videos of this couple on probably Facebook or TikTok. They have little arguments, but they get nose to nose and it'll be like, "I don't like how you didn't take the trash out when I asked you to." And they're whispering nose to nose. I'd like those are funny. I need to try that.
That reminds me of Step Brothers.
Oh gosh,
Those-
I love that movie. I feel
yeah.
like that would make it funny. Like
Yes, that way the need's still being met, but in a healthy way.
yeah, and you
Positive
can't
way.
really be that mad when you're laughing.
Yes. You
Yeah.
can't be. I think that's why me and Coda don't fight very much. We pick our battles, and he
Mhm.
makes me laugh so much that it's hard to stay mad. Like,
Yeah.
if I am mad, he's gonna make me laugh
At some point,
or
yeah.
feed me, and I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the 2 things. Like,
feeding
yeah,
us is important too.
make sure your wife or whoever, just make sure nobody's hangry in
Yes,
general.
that is very
Because a lot of
important.
make sure all the physical needs are taken care of.
Yeah.
We don't really argue, and we really don't, but it doesn't we weren't always like that. We used
Mhm.
to bicker a lot more. I didn't know how to pick my battles is what it
Yep.
was. We would fight over small stuff.
Mhm.
Or I would get mad about small stuff and want to turn it into something big. It took me a long time to just understand that if we don't fight, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to just be quiet or there not to be those disruptions. It just felt wrong. I was like, "Oh, something's wrong with us.
Mhm.
We're not passionate because we
Yeah.
don't fight." It's almost like turning the argument into something
Yeah.
that gets you love instead.
Mhm.
It's kinda like that. It just felt like if we didn't argue, we didn't have any
Yeah.
passion in our relationship. There was no excitement,
Right.
but it was because I was finding excitement in the negative stuff.
Yep. Mhm.
So,
Any
yeah,
attention is good attention. Mhm.
learning to sit in just a healthy, quiet space is okay.
Yes.
It's not boring. It goes
Yeah.
right back to your inner child. That
Mhm.
saying, like, "Grow up in a burning house, you're gonna."
Have a burning
Yeah,
house. Yeah.
yeah. So learning that not having a burning house is okay.
Mm,
You don't have to create a problem just
right.
because 'cause you're bored.
Right.
Yeah, you could just say, "Hey, I'm bored and I
Yes.
kinda feel like fighting. Can we do something
Can we
else
do something?
instead?" Say that, and I
Yeah.
guarantee
Yeah.
you they're gonna be like, "For the love of God, let's do anything." Like,
Yeah, yeah.
most men, they don't want to fight with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
just want you to be happy. Just communicate that, being like, a
Need a
little stir
fix.
crazy. I'm sure they'll find something. They'll find something so that they do not have to argue. What a beautiful thing.
Honestly.
Because like you said, you're gonna feel like crap afterwards. You're not looking to feel like crap.
Right. Ever. But that's how it's gonna end for
Mhm.
sure. We're 15 years into a relationship, and, we've learned a lot, and we're definitely not where we used to be. Like I
Mhm.
said, the arguments are far and few between, but, like, it's okay to start over.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It's okay to start over, and at any
Even in the
moment,
middle of an argument,
yeah, just
it's
being like,
okay
"I
to
don't
be
wanna do
like,
this anymore."
"Stop.
I feel like my
Pause."
philosophy is with the picking the battles is if it's not gonna matter in 5 years,
Yes.
if it's not gonna matter in 5 years, I'm not
Mhm.
arguing over it.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I'm just not.
I do have a hard
So
time deciphering that, though.
yeah, no. I'm
Yeah.
very forgetful, and if I'm gonna forget about it, I don't wanna fight about it. So, learning that you can just start over. There doesn't have to be an ending, and there doesn't have to
Mhm.
be a winner.
I feel like I've heard something recently, I don't remember where, but basically, if you're winning an argument, you're actually losing. Yeah.
Because
Like, your
somebody's
marriage is
yeah,
losing.
exactly.
Yeah.
There is no winners. No losers when you're
Losers.
arguing. Why would you wanna do that with the person you love?
Yes.
Like
I just called my best friend a little
yeah,
while ago.
and you don't wanna be mad at your best friend.
I wouldn't argue with you
Right.
the same way that I argue with him. Like, I wouldn't just go
Maybe
out and
that's a good
pick
way
a
to for you to start I think
yeah.
about that with, like, kids.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. I would
I
never
wouldn't
speak to
say that to
somebody else.
Coda, so I'm not gonna say that to
Mhm.
kids.
Yeah.
From now on, your internal dialogue just needs to be, "Would I talk to Lex like that?"
You're right.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
I just want you to hear, "Would you talk to me like that?"
No, no, it
No, you wouldn't.
is.
You can communicate, and you can
Mhm.
set your boundaries, and you can get your point across,
Mhm.
and all that fun stuff
But like I tell James
without
all the
arguing
time,
and being
yeah,
yeah.
you can be mad and frustrated and communicate all day, but you don't have to be ugly about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and of course, that's easier said than done
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes. And obviously, we ain't talking
Right.
about your man went out and cheated on you, then by
Right.
all means,
Right.
you do what you gotta do. You mind your
You can
business, you
argue
do
with
what
that
you
one.
gotta do. But I'm just talking about the little stuff. He told you he didn't wanna go shopping.
Right.
He don't hate you.
You don't hate me.
He don't wanna argue either.
Right.
So just tell him. Just talk to him.
Yes. And that kind of love languages is so important. We had to read that book before our preacher would marry us.
I've read it. Coda has not read it,
We all need to
but
read it
we've taken the
together.
test.
Mhm.
We took the test, and our love languages are very similar. I feel
Mhm.
like mine have changed since I've gotten older. I've realized that I do like physical affection. I do want a hug
Mhm.
sometimes.
You
It
see,
does a lot more
hugs are
than
growing on you.
yeah,
Hugs are good. What's your main love language?
how I give it or how I receive it.
How you receive it. I guess when you took the test, what is your main one?
Oh, I don't remember. That was in the trenches of
Oh,
new parenthood, Ivan Jensen and all that good stuff.
yeah.
I think all of the love languages will make you feel loved in some sort
Yes.
of way.
It's not this
Just
one's
not
for
the
sure not
one
my love language, it's like a
like a
tier.
tier. So at the time when we took the test, quality time was a big one for both of us.
Mhm.
And now I feel like my cup is filled more by
Yes.
either words of affirmation
Mm.
or the physical affection
Words of affirmation is
so
such a big one for me.
because my inner narrative was
It's
so
so
messed
negative.
up for so
Mhm.
long. It's been years of working at it and trying to change
Yeah.
it, but truly, most days I still have intrusive thoughts where, like, worst case scenario stuff will play out,
Mhm.
but I don't have that negative inner thought towards myself. My inner
God.
dialogue is not just running rampage anymore on how crappy of a person I've decided I am today.
Mine likes to do it at
Um,
11:30 at night when I'm trying to
yeah.
go to sleep.
The trains are still running in there. I mean,
They're
it's a
just on dead
full
end tracks, though.
functioning no, it's a full functioning station in there.
Yeah.
It's just more of to-do list, what I wanna do. It's no longer
Mhm.
negative, and I still have negative days. They still
Yeah.
come up, but I'll shut them down. As soon as I realize, like, "Oh, we're headed in a bad spot,"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, we ain't doing
Good for you. I love that. It's
this."
that thing.
I think because I had to tell him, it makes me feel good when you communicate it or you say it. Like, I know you do. Logically, I know you love me.
Mhm.
Sometimes I need to hear it too because when your inner dialogue is so negative,
Mm.
you don't believe it. Even though
Mhm.
you logically know, so you
Right.
just need to hear it. And that one has helped to redirect my internal
Yeah.
narrative a lot. You can tell
Yeah.
yourself to hush.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't say it to my kids, I'm not gonna say it to me
To yourself.
either.
That's
There you go. Literally just apply that everywhere.
yeah, that's a good
Whatever
one.
that
Yeah.
information,
Yeah.
that piece of advice,
I wouldn't say
apply
yeah.
it everywhere
Yeah.
with anything. Whatever you got to do to make that work. And um, I do like physical touch a lot more than I thought I did. Sometimes I really will change the narrative out loud in that moment.
Oh,
So if I take it the wrong way, I'll just
how
say
you
it how I need to hear it.
uh-huh.
Yeah. But also, if he says something snippy or, okay, I got one. So if they come in like, dang, dinner's still not ready.
Oh,
You're still cooking?
dude,
There you go.
I will blow the
There
whole
you
house
go.
up.
That's a good one. And so there you go. Instead of coming, you're still cooking because I'm a slow cooker.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Boy can whip up a 10-course meal in 30 minutes tops, and
I know.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He cooks really good and really fast, but it takes me like an hour to cook just dinner, just a regular old dinner. Okay, but yeah, let's just say they come in and they're like, "Dang, you're still cooking." Instead, I'll go, "What you really meant to say was, wow, it smells so good in here." You can ask Coda.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, sure. He's like, freaking
Yeah.
weirdo, talk to yourself. But okay. I'll be like, I think what you meant to say was, it smells so good in here. I can't wait to eat.
See
And he
me?
literally he won't say anything else. But for me, I'm
That'll just
like,
be it.
yeah, I'm
Oh
like,
god. I feel
I
like
heard my
Joshua would also have something snarky
I
to
don't know.
say.
But yeah, try that.
Oh,
Just
I might have to
you
because
can
for
tell him,
me
communicate to him, be
yeah.
like, I'm gonna start doing this.
Yeah.
If you think he would like be
Come
snarky
back,
back, just be
yeah.
like, I'm gonna start doing this. Let's just see how it goes. Don't say anything.
For sure. Because for me, if he were to walk in and say, "You're still cooking," I'd be like, I'd throw something out, but you do it then. Finish it. Let me see you do it faster. That's how I react to things sometimes.
Just start being goofy.
I know. And I am a little silly goose.
But anyways, I've learned to like physical affection a little bit more.
Mhm.
But I'm talking about like throughout the day, like the little
Yes.
touches,
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. I think for one, if you don't hear it, you two are just busy as crap throughout the day with the
Mhm.
kids or the chores or
Mhm.
whatever. So you haven't really talked. You can at least when you pass each other, touch each
Right.
other.
I get frustrated with the slaps on the butts, but if they ended, I'd be
Yes,
so mad.
yeah, for sure. Or even just come by. Love you.
You're great. Yeah.
Your presence is still
I love a good "I'm proud of you." Words of
yes,
affirmation for me, that's always been my
that's
number
your top
one,
one.
for sure. Yeah,
But
words
yeah,
of
I wanna.
affirmation, quality time, acts of service. What's the other one? Physical touch, and I feel
Yeah,
like gift giving has moved a little bit for me.
I don't care about the actual gift. I just feel
It's
like you
just
thought
the
about it.
thought,
Like,
right?
it's not the material. When I think gift giving as your love language,
Mhm.
it used to always go to that's
The
because you
actual
value
gift.
materialistic
Right.
things more, which
Yes.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But like for me,
Mm.
gift giving now is more you thought about.
Exactly.
It's just the thoughtfulness behind it.
Is Coda a good leader?
Yeah, girl, I don't want to make no decision. I don't want to make no decision. I don't want to lead in anything. I want to. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say I'm a woman. I know my place.
I know. No, but really,
But
like,
yeah, no. When
I agree. We're not making
listen,
decisions around here. Don't want to.
sometimes sometimes I get crazy. This is my version of getting crazy. Sometimes I'll open the mail that's not mine.
Ooh,
That's Coda's just 'cause
just
I
because you
don't know.
want to. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll get crazy and I'll open the mail that's not mine because I'm curious, bored, I guess.
Yes.
Hell, he ain't gonna open it.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll open it and then I'm like, wow, that was really stressful. I don't think I'll be doing that again. You know, because that was none of my business.
Right. Yeah.
That is his area.
Uh-huh.
Let me go back to folding this
Oh
laundry.
my gosh. Yeah.
No, he's a really good leader. I couldn't have become this dependent on him had he not been such a good leader. His ability to lead and me trusting his ability, never putting us in a position where I couldn't trust him. He's never put us in a position where we didn't have everything we needed. He's never failed us. I've had the luxury of being able to trust him. I think I fought it for a long time though.
Mhm.
'Cause I seen my mom be so independent, Miss
And the
Independent
world
woman, I don't
says
need no man.
yes, and that's what the
And she
world
very much
says.
was, and there's nothing wrong with that
Mm,
if you want to be that. I myself as a woman have just become happier
mhm,
at not having to do that,
mhm.
not fighting against it, and not having to make decisions that really aren't my burden to carry,
I truly think that's how
which
God intended it.
I do too.
And he
And in response to that, I have burdens he doesn't have to carry,
yeah,
which burdens, but I don't know. He does that man ain't cleaned a bathroom in 2 years.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
there's nothing it's not a big deal.
right.
Definitely not as big as paying the mortgage, but he ain't had to do it.
Mhm. Your
We just both
roles.
have our roles, and I
Mhm.
feel like we play them very well,
Yes.
and we're both so much happier. I trust him 1,000% to leave, and I'm not questioning.
Yeah.
A lot of times, especially in the stay-at-home mom role, you don't have an income, you have to trust your husband to
Mhm.
lead the family or to make the
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
at least because 'cause you're at home. I feel like the wife they still take on those burdens and they still worry about financial aspect,
Right.
and there's nothing you can do about it. I, for one, or
Mhm.
they'll wanna know, like, where every dime goes. I'm like, "As long as the bills are paid, I don't care what he's spending money on.
Yeah.
The bills are paid, he rarely tells me no, like,
Uh-huh.
we're good. I
Yeah.
don't care if he goes and spends $50 at lunch. I don't care." But I feel like a lot of times you do see that conflict a lot in marriage is
That's
like,
me.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
what does it matter?
And we're both terrible at spending
But I'm
money. I
like,
still wanna know exactly what you
yeah,
did. Yeah.
no, I don't care. As long as I don't get told no,
Uh-huh. Slacked off on it a
yeah,
lot.
babies are taking like, we're taking care
We're
of it,
good.
but I don't care. I'll tell you how much we don't have a joint account either.
Oh.
Drop the comments now.
I
Yeah,
don't
we've
wanna
never
talk
had a
about it.
joint account. I couldn't tell you how much money we have or how much he makes. No idea.
Look at you.
Do you know how fun
You're
that
really
is?
just trusting in
Let me
him.
just take it let me just tell you now, if you've got a good man,
Yeah.
if you've got a good one,
Mhm.
just let him be good. Quit
Yeah.
worrying about it.
I
You got
know.
carefree.
That's me. Yeah.
So freaking fortunate. This is very privileged talk here.
Right.
Obviously, it's not like there are men that don't lead like they should, and you can't trust them,
You
and
can't trust. Yeah.
it causes the woman to have to worry about it because if she doesn't, who's gonna? And
Right.
then bills aren't paid.
Yeah.
But if you have one that's not doing that, what does it matter?
Right.
It don't
Yeah, I
matter.
couldn't imagine having someone that you can't trust to lead, but also controls everything. You know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
trust them to pay the bills, but they don't let you have
Mhm.
access. There's people out there like that,
Yeah.
and that is horrendous. I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine that. I
That's
trust Joshua to lead, but I also have control issues. So I've always paid the bills. And
well, I
he,
think a lot of women do that too,
yeah,
though.
like,
Like they delegate it out, or
yeah, I
yeah.
pay the bills. Sometimes I'm not that great at it. Like, I do just want to be like, can you please just do this?
I don't even know how to pay a bill. I don't know the account. Like I don't. Yeah.
Crazy.
Listen, people are
I
gonna think
love
it's
that for
crazy.
you.
My name
They're
is
gonna be
not.
like, "She's so
Oh, they're
oppressed.
gonna think, oh,
Somebody
this is why.
save her."
Ready? Okay, my name's not on the house.
Oh,
Never had a credit score up until a couple years ago, and it's
yeah.
his.
Oh,
He just put me
wow.
as a joint, so I just got his. And people are gonna think this is wild. I don't have a
Wow.
joint account. Don't know how much money he makes. I don't have a job. My name is not on our house.
Mhm.
My name is not on any of our cars.
To be clear, though, she wants
None of.
it.
Oh yeah. Told you I open the mail and I have a
Yes.
panic attack.
That sounds like
I
too
want.
much.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad. Like I haven't told him this, but it makes me sad sometimes to think about that he does have all of that worry.
But you
Is how it's
also you
supposed to
don't have
be.
no worry at all
No.
because you take care of the kids
Yeah,
and you
but
take
like
care of
what
the
a
house.
privilege.
It is a
So
very big
I don't
privilege,
know.
yeah. And that's a great way to think of it. It's not like a, "Oh my gosh, I have to stay home with these
Oh
kids,
yeah.
and I always I don't get to do anything, and I always have the kids." It's not
Mhm.
like that. Like,
Don't get me wrong. I'd be
you
willing
wanna
to
be
run away
there.
from him
Oh,
sometimes,
for sure. I feel like
but
that's normal, and if you say that's not normal, please I
yeah,
mean, you can continue to listen, but please know that we disagree.
yeah.
I
But the majority of the
as much
time,
as I wanted kids.
if
Yeah.
you are miserable as a mom in general, like
Oh
if
my
you just
gosh, your kids are gonna be too.
yeah, but also why? You need to figure out why because it's not miserable.
Yeah,
It's not miserable.
yeah.
It's inconvenient
Right,
as
but
best as
not miserable.
it's inconvenient. I'll give them that.
Mhm,
It can be very inconvenient.
mhm,
The
mhm,
if you're a stay-at-home mom, you have a lot of privilege you're not utilizing. You don't have to be
mhm,
on a schedule. It's okay if your kids take 10 minutes to put their shoes on.
mm,
I can almost guarantee that the person you're meeting at the park with their kids
mhm,
that you're worried about being late for also
mhm.
is probably going to be late.
Right.
Or if you tell them, my kid took 10 minutes to put their shoes on, they're probably
They're
going to
gonna be like,
be like,
"Oh,
okay, that's
same,
fine.
yeah, get it."
Why are we in such a hurry?
Right.
Just slow down. Just
I
slow
think we
down.
all should do that in life in
Oops.
general. That could
Oh,
be
yeah.
another topic on its own.
I think he's a
We both
fantastic
have good
leader.
leaders.
I don't feel like we talk about y'all's dynamic as much, but I think
Mhm.
we've discussed that y'all are more traditional, even more traditional than we are.
I say that, but
Like,
he also
what does
cleaned the
that look
bathroom
like for you?
yesterday. So when I was staying home, I did everything, and that's okay, especially because he works in a position where right now he is gone for multiple days at a time. That's just the life of public safety. Not only is the schedule insane in general, but they also don't really make the money to support a family in this economy. All the economies that we've been through, he's had to work so much extra in order to
Oh,
support
yeah.
us. He's always worked super hard and he's always been gone. So when I was a stay-at-home mom, I did everything.
It's like I was saying, it makes me sad to think about the worries he deals with.
Yeah,
So I try my best as a stay-at-home mom, and I am home. I don't want him to have to worry.
yeah,
I want him to
yeah.
come. I want him to come home and just be able
Just
to play with
be
the kids and just be
Mhm.
present.
Yeah,
When he comes home, though, he's a very present dad.
yeah,
Also, if he sees that the dishes aren't done, he'll do them.
mhm,
Or he's our cook for sure. So
mhm.
like, he'll come home and he'll start on dinner. I may do sides, but I'm not very good with meat.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to cook meat. I can
Easier than
roast
you
a
think.
chicken.
That's
I
good.
can't grill. Can't
Oh, me
grill.
neither, unless it's on the cast iron inside. Is that
Yeah.
grilling?
Well, I can do that, but I can't
Mhm.
grill. We do a lot of grilling. So usually he'll handle the meat. So like we're not like in cement with our traditional
Right, it's not linear, it's
duties.
definitely up and
They
down, like
come in, and same with him. If he needs, I have
right.
to take the trash out.
Right, God. I hate taking the
I
trash out.
know.
No, 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 I
I
hate
do.
taking the
I
trash
do
out.
hate taking the
Josh is
trash
like, "I
out.
hate how you just stack stuff," and I'm like, That's the one thing that's the one thing. I need you to take the trash
That's
out."
the only trash and the yard work,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unless it's like
I hate cutting the
for
grass.
pleasure. Yeah,
My
I don't
mother-in-law's
know
always like, "You
how.
hate cutting the" I just love getting on the lawnmower and just cutting the grass, and I'm like, "I don't."
People are gonna hate me. I never cut the grass.
I cut the grass a few weeks ago,
People are
but
gonna be people are gonna eat me up. Let
yeah,
me tell
they
you,
are.
I get that like this bitch spoiled. We don't want to hear nothing what she's gotta
No, but
say.
you work hard, so
But
hard.
listen,
You put in
okay,
your time, and this is
and
what
we're
you
here,
want.
and
You're
I'm
not
so thankful.
trapped. Yeah.
The yard and the trash.
You
Those
got that,
areas
buddy.
I don't want.
Mhm.
Not to say I want. I rolled out the trash can this morning.
Look at you. I took out the
I
trash
listen.
yesterday.
I was gonna text him, tell him, make sure you don't forget to take the trash out.
Mhm.
But then my stupid ducks
Too
followed me
distracted.
to the mailbox. And they were by the road,
Oh,
and
no.
I don't want them by the road, so I had to
Yeah.
go feed them. So I had to walk back.
Mhm.
And my trash can, I might as well take the trash can's
Mm.
cars where the trash can should be.
Right.
So
Mhm.
I did my job.
Look at
I still
you.
could have texted him, hey, take the trash out. It
Right.
looked really full and heavy. It wasn't as heavy as it looked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could talk about that for a minute. Don't be lazy,
Yeah.
because sometimes I fall into the area of like, hey babe, can you do
Yep.
this? Can you do this? And I'm
Yep.
like, you're just being lazy.
Yes, me too.
Why?
Like the trash.
Yeah,
I could
like why
just
not?
take the trash out to the end of the
Road.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to do that every day.
But in our
It's
role,
just where
he
you see it.
works,
Me
and
too.
that's
Like that's all I want you to do.
yeah.
I appreciate it
Mhm.
that you come home and you will do other stuff. But he works so hard, so many hours.
Joshua normally does his 48 and then goes straight to another county and does a 24, so that's
Okay.
72. Sometimes he'll go from that to either school, or he'll go from that to a day shift or pick up a night shift, so
Just kind of
it
everywhere.
varies so much. There's been times that I've been home for 5 days straight
Oh
by
yeah.
myself
I
in the trenches, and during the
genuinely
school
don't
year,
know.
working, having James, and being home for 5 days straight by myself, it's not always 5 days straight. Sometimes it
Yeah.
feels like it, but
Well, because
it
when they
gets
come home, they're
lengthy.
tired too. Like,
Yes.
and you can't blame them.
Yeah.
I think Coda's he shoots for 50 hours a week. That's his average, but it's anywhere from 50 to 80.
Mm, and that's a lot,
That's a lot. But the
especially because
overtime,
he
like you're
doesn't have an
saying, in
overnight
our
job.
economy, right?
Mhm.
In our economy, it's just not.
Yeah.
If you can get that overtime, you're gonna get it. Which is one of the biggest reasons I wasn't a stay-at-home mom in the beginning, because they didn't have overtime and we only had one, so it made sense for us both to work. I like the traditional roles. I may not be fully educated on what all of them are. I shout out a podcast, the To Be
Yes.
Better podcast.
Yeah.
Love them.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely love them. They have traditional
Uh-huh.
marriage values. And she talks a lot about, she always takes his boots off when he comes home from work.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not that
And
nice.
I don't ever do that, but we've talked about it because they recommend try it.
Right.
I talked to him and I was like, "You want me to? Should we try it?"
Yeah.
And
Guess it would kinda be like
he was
Jesus
like,
washing feet.
his thing was he doesn't usually take his shoes off until he's done
He's
for the
done.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he's like, I don't really think I'd care. He wasn't really for or against it. But like,
Yeah.
there's definitely more traditional
Mhm.
stuff we could be doing. We're not necessarily there yet. We're kind of versatile. Do what makes you happy.
Yes.
But I prefer more of the traditional.
Same.
I would like to learn more about like, the biblical way,
Yeah.
I guess.
We're gonna have to talk about that.
Yes, an area like of him leading that I feel like he's coming into, or I've if Coda ever does find a deep relationship with God, because he does have one. I think we're both just entering an era where we're learning more and
Yeah.
like we want to learn more.
Good.
But I think he would be unstoppable. That's the only aspect that
Yeah.
like he's kind of not just
Something he hasn't quite come into yet.
Yeah, his journey is just
But
starting there.
God, we love a man that leaves his
But
family
I'm
to
like,
God.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where God takes us through him
Yes.
because he's such
Yes.
a good leader everywhere else. I'm like, "Oh, this is about to get good.
Yeah.
I'm
Chill
ready."
bumps. We love that for y'all.
Yes, I'm excited. Has Joshua always been more of the leader, or has that changed? Did it change when you become a stay-at-home mom, or
It's hard to say. I don't know if I want to say that, not that he's not a good leader. I just feel like we both lead.
Mm.
Why? Okay, here's the thing. It's probably me. I have control issues.
Uh-huh.
So I probably lead more, but not because he needs me to, but just because my
Just to
brain
make you
won't
feel
stop.
better?
Right.
Do you think if you led less, but you were informed the same, you would feel better?
Probably. You
Let's
think
talk
so?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah. If I would just sit back and let him lead, he probably would.
Mhm.
But I have
That,
such
like,
control
y'all's
issues.
tug of wars would
Probably be
okay.
less. Yeah.
Let that be a discussion sometime
Yeah.
between you and him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I understand the control aspect,
Yeah.
but is it you don't really want to control it.
I
Like, you
would
just
like, I've told him before, like, out in public, I've told him my brain doesn't work when he's around,
oh,
so
yeah.
when we're out in public, I'm
Mhm.
la-di-da. He'll sometimes pull me out of somebody's way,
Yeah.
not because 'cause I'm being rude, just because
You're
my
just
brain
yeah,
doesn't, it
mine's the
shuts
same way.
off. I absolutely
Um,
should let him lead more, and he does now lead us to church a lot. He will
and
ask
that's so
me,
good.
"Do you wanna go to church?" And I'm like, it shouldn't be, "Do you wanna go to church?" It should be like, "Hey, we're going to church on Sunday."
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I'm like, "Well, I kinda wanna sleep in," and, like,
Mhm.
how rude. How rude of me
I was like,
to
"Yeah, me too,
Jesus,
dude."
like, right, like,
He's like,
God's
"Yeah."
like, "Yeah, I'd love a good night's sleep."
He's he's just constantly in the newborn trenches.
Oh gosh.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
poor God. He loves it though. Yeah, he does lead us to church, and he leads us to God a lot more than he would have a few years ago for sure.
Mhm.
Us adopting James definitely led him to faith way more than anything else in our relationship, or probably in his life ever has.
And how
I
could it
think
not?
that made him
Truly.
see God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That
that story in
testimony for
general,
sure.
if it doesn't make you see God, of
Yeah.
course it won't if I'm just telling it, but if you've been in our life and you don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
God, but you know our story, you've seen God.
Yeah.
There's no way that you haven't. Yeah. I mean, not even with just James when he was diagnosed with cancer, like 2 years ago now.
That's crazy.
If you don't see God in that situation either, there's no way. We have very much enjoyed our Yap session, and we hope that y'all have enjoyed the same. We hope that you learned something from it. We hope that you took at least one positive thing away from it, even if it is to just be a silly goose on the loose.
And things just aren't so serious.
Yes.
And to communicate. Just say it. Communicate and rewrite your narrative.
Yes.
We're not doing bad narratives anymore.
No, we're done with that.
Make it extra crazy and rename your narrative something else and just
Right.
act like it's a totally separate person.
I love that.
I did that. That's your first step of making your negative narrative kinder and more positive. It's
Mhm.
just separated.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
just the devil playing tricks
It
on me.
is. It absolutely is.
And how rude.
Honestly, get a life.
Of course, before you leave, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on the next episode and hit the like button. Comment your favorite piece of advice that you got. And while you're there, let's be accountability sisters and comment on how you are going to apply something that you've learned from today and how you're going to change your inner narrative.
Sisters, one more thing. Don't forget, you're not alone. You're not too much, and you can always bring it to your sister.